Hey everybody, Jim here, and around Christmas time, I tend to get a little extra nostalgic. I can't really help but think back on some of the Christmases past. Me and my older brother were gamers our whole lives, so every Christmas there were always lots of games in the house, and it was always a lot of fun for me. Gaming around Christmas just seems that much more enjoyable, or in the winter in general. Because everybody's inside. It's cold outside, it's warm inside. You get a little lazy, you get some video games going, and it just feels great. So I thought this might be a nice time to just sit down and kind of reminisce about some of the awesome video game Christmases of my youth. So if you're here, then by all means, sit back, relax, and just listen to some of my ramblings for the next few minutes. And so here we go. Christmas 1993. I was 7 years old at the time. My older brother and sister were still living at home. And that was the awesome year that my parents got us a Super Nintendo. And that was probably maybe the best Christmas of my entire life. They got us a Super Nintendo. Pack-in game was, of course, Super Mario World. And we played that game to death, to hell and back. It was a great Christmas. We had a nice Christmas dinner. Everybody got lots of gifts. All my brothers and sisters who had moved out, they came over, and we all had, a lot of fun. And just hooking the Super Nintendo up for the first time, sitting down and play Super Mario World. It's just amazing. So much fun. The kind of fun you really want to have on a Christmas. And that was great. And then many years of enjoyment out of that thing. Lots of games rented and borrowed and played and traded and all kinds of good stuff. So Christmas 1993 was an awesome Christmas. Got us a Super Nintendo. And we were some happy children. But Christmas 1998... that was the next time that I got a new system. By that time, my older brother had moved out of the house. I was pretty much the only gamer still left in the house. And I asked my mother if she would kindly get me a PlayStation. And I asked if she could get me one and a game. Which I learned that if I didn't ask for specific things, my mother would just kind of default to buying a racing game of some sort. She thought that, that was the one that all the kids wanted. It had to be racing games. So I just said, can I have a PlayStation and a game? Didn't really specify which one. So I got a PlayStation that Christmas with a copy of Ridge Racer, which was fun for all of 30 minutes, and then you want to play something else. Luckily, though, I had a friend who had a PlayStation for like a year by that point, and he loaned me some awesome games. Like Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and Resident Evil. So I was pretty well set for a while. My mother very kindly bought me a PlayStation, and my friend very kindly loaned me some of his best games. And it was a lot of fun, and a lot of years of enjoyment out of that PlayStation. So, 1998. That was an awesome Christmas as well. And then a couple years later, Christmas of 2000, that was the year the PS2 came out. There was no way I was going to get a PS2. But I had a friend who had gotten a Sega Dreamcast, and I got to play it at his house, and he had some really awesome games for it. He had Jet Grind Radio, Sonic Adventure, Resident Evil Code Veronica. So it was an actual possibility that I could get a Dreamcast. So I asked my mom if I could get a Dreamcast that year. And I learned my lesson. I was specific about what game I wanted. I said, Mom, could I please have a Dreamcast with a copy of Shenmue? And that's all I want. Nothing else. Just those two things. She said, okay. Come Christmas morning, I got my Dreamcast. I was very happy about that. And a VMU, which was awesome. And a copy of... she couldn't find Shenmue. Apparently they didn't have any more at Walmart or wherever she was looking. And so she went back to her default, and I got a copy of Tokyo Extreme Racer, which, to its credit, was a very fun game. I did have a lot of fun playing that game, but it wasn't Shenmue. So what I did, that following week, or within the next few days, I had my dad actually give me a ride to the nearest Funko Land. If anybody remembers Funko Lands, they were absorbed by GameStop, I believe. But they were there back in the day. They had asshole staff, but it was a great place for games. I went to the nearest Funko Land, traded in a whole lot of games. Super Nintendo games, PlayStation games, traded in all kinds of stuff. And with the money I got from my trade-ins, I bought myself a copy of Shenmue, and I bought myself a copy of Jet Grind Radio. And I brought those home, and Jet Grind Radio, one of the funnest games on the Dreamcast, and then Shenmue, which sucked all the life, just enveloped my life. There was only Shenmue after that. So 2000, got a Dreamcast, that was awesome. 2001, the year I got my PlayStation 2, my mom got me a PlayStation 2 with a memory card and a copy of Grand Theft Auto 3, because that was all I wanted. That there couldn't have been anything better than that. And I'm not very proud at admitting this, but I pretty much skipped Christmas dinner with my family because I was so into Grand Theft Auto 3. I got my gifts, I hooked it up, started playing. My mom's like, okay, everybody get ready, we're leaving, we're going to your sister's house for Christmas dinner. And I basically said, could you just bring me some leftovers? I feel like an asshole now, but that Christmas, oh, what a jerk I was. I stayed home to play Grand Theft Auto 3. But hey, you know, what can you do? It's Grand Theft Auto 3. Alright, moving right along. After that, I think it was either 2002 or 2003. I wasn't so hard, you know, there wasn't anything really coming out that I was die-hard wanting. So I just asked if I could have an Xbox. Because that year it came with Jet Set Radio Future as a pack-in game. And Jet Grind Radio was like one of my favorite Dreamcast games. So my parents were gracious enough, they got me an Xbox and Jet Set Radio Future. That was awesome. Had a lot of fun playing that. And just getting a new system is always a lot of fun anyway. So. But the following year, it was either 2003 or 2004. Probably 2004. By that time, you know, I was old enough. I had a job. I could buy my own stuff. There wasn't really anything I wanted to ask my parents for. But I thought about it, and I just said, you know, hey, how about a GameCube? They were only like $200 or something. So I said, could I have a GameCube? And my mom was like, okay, if I get you a GameCube, you know, what game do you want? And I said, I don't know, just whatever, something Mario or something, whatever, you know, doesn't matter. So that Christmas, opened my GameCube and very happy. And then I opened up the game she got me, which was Super Smash Bros. Melee, which I had a ton of fun with that game. It was the first Nintendo system I'd owned since my Super Nintendo. And I had forgotten how much I just, you know, absolutely loved Nintendo. So that was a really fun Christmas day. And also that day, my best friend, he had come over to come stay with, at the time it was just at home, it was just like me and my mom and my dad. Everyone else had moved out by that point. But he came to stay with us, he came over that night. And we were hanging out, playing Super Smash Bros. Melee, having a fucking awesome time. And the next day, he and I pulled what little money we had, and we went to the Walmart, and we bought a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash, and then we brought that home, and we played that thing for just hours and hours and hours on end. We couldn't believe how much fun we were having with it. And that Christmas really rekindled my love for Nintendo. So Christmas 2003 or 2004, whichever one it was, you know, the date escapes me. But that Christmas kind of rekindled my love for Nintendo, playing Smash Bros. Melee and Mario Kart Double Dash with my best friend. It was a great time. Anyway, I think I've rambled on enough. Those are just some of the Christmases that really stick out in my mind, getting, you know, video game systems and games and whatever. I guess I was kind of a spoiled kid. But yeah, Christmas time just makes gaming all that much better. And those were some of my most awesome Christmas memories. So yeah, thanks for listening. And you know, if you guys want to share a few memories of your own, that would be great, because I'd love to hear them. So if you want to post some memories down in the comments section, that would be awesome. Or if you want to go ahead and throw a video response my way and tell me what some of your fondest Christmas gaming memories are, that would be awesome too. So everybody, thanks for listening to me ramble on and on. I hope it wasn't too dry. And yeah, everybody, take care. Happy holidays. Happy gaming. And wow, I don't know how to end this. Yeah. See you guys around.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas, everyone!